All right, so what's the first step you need to do as a driver when you operate this lift?
Well, we have to activate the wheelchair lift. We're going to hit the wheelchair button, and we look on the dash. We see that we have a wheelchair by the bus, the image there of the bus. That lets us know that we can now use the wheelchair lift. Right now we have to prepare the bus for the entry of the wheelchair. So this is the door that will open, but before we open that door, we have to move these seats up. So 1, 2, 3 rows of seats. And that's accomplished by folding up the seat itself. We release the red locking handles back here, and then we just slide the seat forward. Once it's in position, we lock the seat down. And then we repeat the process for the seat by the door. Now that those 3 rows of seats have been pushed forward, now we can open the wheelchair access door, but we do that from the outside. So we've opened the 2 doors, the one for access into the bus and the door where the wheelchair lift is. Now we're going to deploy the wheelchair lift. We do that by grabbing our control, cutting the power to the lift on, and we deploy the lift. See, that lift comes down, it has to rest on those 2 pins, pin there, and now we should be able to lower the lift. Put the lift down, we can open the ramp. It has to be on level ground for it to work the way it should. Okay, so we have our patient in the wheelchair on the lift. We're going to close the end of it, secure our wheelchair patient so he does not come off of the lift. Now we go up with the chair. Once the lift is in position, the wheelchair and its rider can just move right into the bus. We'll usually have someone in the bus to guide them into position. All right, we keep our cue strings in the back compartment here, and these are used to tie down the wheelchair. There are 4 of them, and they hook here, like so. Those are locked in, so we will repeat that process here. Once the wheelchair comes in, we hook the wheelchair at 4 points. Here in the front for 2, here in the back for 2. Once we have the wheelchair locked in, there's also a seatbelt holder that goes here, and we come across the patient with that seatbelt.
So it's a full 6-point lockdown.
Yeah, it hooks right here. All right, our wheelchair passenger is on the bus. Now we will bring the lift down and stow it. we're going to hang our control right there. Make sure those doors are closed securely, otherwise we will not be able to put the bus in drive. So we have our passenger in, he's secured in his chair and locked in. The doors are locked. The next step is to release the wheelchair brake here. So we hit the wheelchair button and we see the image on the dash now is gone. Now we can safely move the bus.
So there you have it. That's how you operate a wheelchair lift on a VanHool motor coach bus. Hopefully you'll find this helpful. There's other tips and safety tips that we will be offering here at Brisbane Transportation Group, just to let you know. Look forward and subscribe to us in the future.